NFL free agency has kicked off, and Kenneth Walker, Bryce, is heading to the Kansas City Chiefs. Talk to me about that move and what it does for this Kansas City Chiefs offense, who was dead last in explosive runs last year and has not had a 1,000-yard rusher in the Patrick Mahomes era.
Dude, I'm beyond excited. I mean, we saw how good Pacheco was early in his career, and K9's the far better back. I mean, the elephant in the room is K9 is injury prone, so that kind of does play in a factor. But I mean, we saw what this man just did in the playoffs with Seattle. If this guy's healthy and in that main workhorse type of role, it's going to be so special, and I'm beyond excited to get him in this offense.
Yeah, I mean, Walker had a ton of explosive runs last season. We saw the postseason where he had 100 plus total yards in 3 straight games, winning the Super Bowl MVP. I can't remember the last time a team had 2 Super Bowl MVPs. It must have been the Patriots, James White and Tom Brady, since that happened. And obviously, Kenneth Walker is a little bit different in that regard. I really like what he showed in Seattle in terms of his patience behind the line of scrimmage, something Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, the running backs that have been in Kansas City really haven't had over the past few seasons. And, injury wise, 2022, 15 games, 2023, 15 games, 2024, 11 games, 2025, 17 games. I think, with where he's been, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs bring in another running back, but the production's been there. His yards per carry have been really good, career high 4.7 for the Seattle Seahawks this past season in a Clint Kubiak system that helped this offense excel. I do expect Walker to be the primary guy, 3-down type of back for Kansas City. I would be interested to see who they bring back as their 2. Brashard Smith is there as that, receiving back, scat back, whatever you want to call it. And Walker has shown that he can produce there. But this move completely changes the course of the Kansas City Chiefs offense. They couldn't run the football. They faced the lightest boxes in the NFL, and good for Walker, who faced top 3 heaviest boxes in football last year, gets the complete opposite in Kansas City, and it's a game-changing move in general, Bryce. So as far as like a pure NFL aspect, do you think the Chiefs are back now with this move for Walker, or is there still work to do?
100%. I think you still have to kind of clean up the offensive line a little bit, kind of tie it up a little bit more. But besides that, this offense can be firing on all cylinders. Like Kelsey should be back. Broke the news a little before. But I think this offense is going to be awesome. And kind of hitting back to what we've said in prior videos is if Jeremiah Love went to the Chiefs, we were taking him as the RB3, only Gibbs and Bijan over him. I mean, from a fantasy football standpoint, I don't really know if I'm taking many guys over Kenneth Walker. Like, there's a chance he's going in. He's definitely going in the 3rd. He might slip into the late 2nd round, depending on how you really feel about him. But we all know how talented this guy is, and he's going to have a huge impact on this team. I really believe it.
Yeah, and I do think the Chiefs have some other moves to make in general as well. Right tackle, I think they're going to roll with those guys, but wide receiver is a massive question mark. Is Rashee Rice going to be available this year? Are you trusting Xavier Worthy with that load? Those are the 2 big guys on the roster still. Defensively, you moved on from Trent McDuffie. Jalen Watson just signed with the Rams as well. So you have concerns in the secondary. Who knows what happens with Brian Cook at safety, but they have concerns there. And the Chiefs, while they do have 9 draft picks, 2 first-round picks, I expect them to try to address those situations. And they're the 4th youngest roster in the NFL. We will see how it looks overall. But from a fantasy football perspective, Bryce, this move is so intriguing for me. I think I was out on Walker mostly just because his stock was going to be so high. Price coming off that Super Bowl MVP. Now he gets in a situation where he can truly be a 3-down back consistently in an offense where he has that receiving upside. He's playing in a very favorable offense in terms of boxes that he's going to face. Like, Walker is going to be hyper efficient and effective in this scheme, and he gets one of the best running back coaches in football in Eric Bieniemy as his offensive coordinator. So that part is really exciting. I do think end of the 2nd seems about right for me in terms of price. I still feel like he's that middle to low end RB1 just based on some of those hamstring concerns that you mentioned earlier in this video. But I mean, the sky is the limit for Kenneth Walker in 2026.
So kind of just ending with this is what running backs, if you had a draft today, would you take over him? Bijan and Gibbs, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd
take
McCaffrey
Jonathan still.
Taylor.
I think I'd take McCaffrey still. I'd take Taylor still. I'd take Devon A-Chain still. I think the biggest comparable guy for me is Chase Brown. Do you go Chase Brown or Kenneth Walker? Because it almost feels like they're very similar in a lot of ways. In a pass-happy offense, have a lot of talent around them, especially at the quarterback position. What guy do you trust more to have that volume, stay healthy, and be productive? So I think those 2 are going to be the guys clumped together in terms of ADP this year.
I love that. And Chase Brown went in the end of the 2nd last year. So I think that's a perfect spot. So I agree.
100%. Drop all your comments down below what you thought on the Kenneth Walker move, and are the Kansas City Chiefs back to their winning ways in 2026? Hit that subscribe button for more Blitz Sports Media content. Me and Bryce will catch y'all next time.